Hey guys, this video will be probably long because I have a lot to say. There was a lot happening in the last I don't have a feeling for time, but in the last 2 days there was a lot of happening inside of me. Um I was really pissed at certain stuff, and then I didn't really was depressed. I had a really good day yesterday, but um I had moments where I just felt like crap and everything felt hopeless. And today in the morning, I woke up and I was like, I don't fucking want to do a video right now. I'm swearing and I don't care. I feel good about that. And I don't want to do a video right now. Oh gosh, I feel so alive. Um, I'm becoming more and more a person, I think. I'm becoming more and more like a certain kind of character. I don't know. And I woke up and I was like, yeah, I don't want to have anything to do with YouTube right now. I'm just so done because nobody, I said in the last video already, is liking my webtoon. And I know that sounds dumb to say like, oh, I don't have any hearts, because I mean it matters because like it shows that people like it, but it doesn't really shows anything because I think a lot of people are not even signed up to Webtoon, and they click on the Webtoon and they like the Webtoon, but they're not interacting with it because they're not signed up to Webtoon. I don't think you have to be signed up to Webtoon to be able to read Webtoon stuff, I think. So even if nobody is really reacting to it, doesn't mean that people don't like it, but it just helps you when you see hearts. It's also like a little dopamine kick that really fucking sucks, but this is just how it is. This is how our brains react, and I'm not gonna stop looking at it. I don't look at it all the time, but it does something in me and I just let it be like that. And I just get angry about it. Even if it sounds stupid to you, I wanna, before people tell me like, oh, you shouldn't be triggered, I do that because my therapist told me that I don't have to accept everything. I can be angry about stuff. It's totally right to feel anger inside of you. It's totally fine. Um, because your body just reacts like that right now and it will go away after a while. You will get happy again. So I'm doing that. And I feel much more alive. I feel much more clear in my mind. So even if it's like a stupid thing like a heart, I'm not gonna be like, yeah. You kind of see that I'm not pissed right now, but I'm really like, I don't know how to say that, but you hear how I talk right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. I have a heart. I see a heart. It's not always, but sometimes I just look at it and I'm like, whatever. But sometimes you check it and then it's like there is no heart on it. I don't check it. I just check it like every 2 days. I don't check it every day. I'm not looking at it constantly. I think that would be pretty weird. I'm really, I don't do that because I don't need to. I'm not that invested. But I sometimes check it and after a week and then there's like no heart on it. There are moments where I get really disappointed and pissed, and I'm like, yeah, that sucks, and just let it be. And I realized when I'm like that, I feel much better because being angry feels good, and I'm not doing this just because I think it's right. I do this because my therapist told me that I should just let it out. I mean, when I say angry, I don't mean I scream. I'm not getting loud. You just feel anger inside of you. It's just you're silent but you're angry inside, and then you process stuff and you want to talk to your friends and there's stuff happening and that feels good because you feel so fucking alive. And this is, I can tell you, you should be like that, even if it's just about a stupid heart on a random social media post. You can express your emotions about it. You know, as long as you're not addicted to social media in general, it's okay. You know, because if nobody interacts with it, it can give you the feeling that people are not as much invested into your work as you think people are supposed to be. And of course, you can't force people, but in general, I look at my art and I'm like, yeah, that art is good. My story is good. And I think it's something that people would be just invested in. It's not like I want to convince people that they like it. I think when a work of art is good and like is entertaining, this is like the whole point of entertainment. I don't want to go too deep into this, but the whole point of entertainment is that people are entertained by it, so you did something right, and people get into it because it's just a good piece of art, you know? And there's nothing more depressing when you create something and you look at it and you realize it's good, but it's not that people don't like it, it's that not enough people see it. And but when you are at the beginning and people are not invested into it, you feel like, you feel every person that is not interested in it, and you just get angry because you feel like you don't understand my art, you know? And I know I let it out. I could be like, yeah, I'm not gonna be this kind of artist, I'm gonna accept it, but I'm not gonna do that. Because sometimes, and I talked about this with my therapist, you shouldn't just accept stuff. Acceptance comes when it's at the right place. But when you are just accepting stuff and you're forcing you suppress your feelings, then you just feel really depressed and you lose it, you feel like a zombie. And you shouldn't force acceptance in your heart. Okay, so one other thing I wanted to say. I realize I want to be an honest person on YouTube, and I am, but sometimes I feel like I don't want to share. Like at the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna share everything. Not everything, but like not private stuff, but it's all about telling people the truth. And of course, I'm honest with you, but I realize that sometimes I'm not gonna say stuff out because I just don't want to argue with people right now in the comments. I don't argue with people in the comment section. I never really did that. Comments are all fine, you know, but I just don't want to do it. The problem is I want to say so many things right now, and I want to make it clear with you that you understand what is happening, but and I don't do this because I care about you, because I care about your comments, but I can't care about you guys because you're not. I want to make this clear. I'm a YouTuber and I don't know you. You're random. I wouldn't say strangers. You are a community. You're my viewers, but we're not friends. So I'm not be like I care about a viewer. I can't care about a viewer because a viewer is a random person I don't know. I just see one comment of you and I'm not gonna care. I want to be real with you. I can't care about viewers, but there's still something like I want to tell you stuff, what is going on, but it's not like caring is something else. It's not a feeling, you know? It's not like you don't matter. You guys matter, but not to me. You matter, but not to me. You matter, but it's not like I see the comment and I'm like, this person is important. Like, no. I just want to make this clear because I don't want weird people to think that this YouTuber likes me, we are close to each other. No, we are not. This would be parasocial. Okay. But I want you to know, I read a comment in the last video. I don't know if this person is even watching the video right now, and I had another thought. There was a lot of going on with me when I was reading this comment. I firstly thought I liked this comment, but then I got pissed about some stuff about it. And now I'm back at it and I'm like, no, I totally respect that comment. I don't agree with everything, but I see it as another point of view. I don't, there's a difference with like, you see somebody saying something and you don't agree with them and you're like, this person doesn't make sense. And then there are certain kind of people where you're like, I don't live the way you live your life in that term, but I respect your approach to it. And you approach your life differently, but this is not how I work, So, I'm not gonna rephrase the whole comment. It was a really long comment, but, and yeah, this is something I want to say. It's really exhausting to talk about. It's so hard when you want to talk about, when there's a lot of happening inside of you and you want to talk about a lot of stuff, and it just takes time to get through every topic. Okay, but I'm gonna do it. I have moments where I like a comment first and then I hate the comment. I don't hate the person, but I'm getting angry about it. I'm not getting angry at the person, but I'm getting angry. And I never showed this on YouTube. Maybe it will happen one day. It could happen one day, but I just let it be like that. And I have to tell you, even if I get angry at people, I still can change my opinion about them. I'm someone, and I'm gonna talk with my therapist about this because maybe I should work on that. Because just getting angry at stuff is not always, it depends how often. No, I don't even think it depends how often, but it's emotion. You're allowed to be angry. I'm not angry all the time, but sometimes feeling angry just feels like shit, and you don't want to feel like shit, and this is where you could work with a therapist about. But, so the weird part is, I see a comment of someone, and I first like it or don't like it, and I get angry about certain stuff this person is saying. Not because the person has a different kind of view, but I don't like it when people tell me, oh, you should be like this and this, and then I'm like, yeah, but this is not how I live and you don't understand me. It's not about opinion, it's more about when people don't understand what I'm saying and they make up stuff, for example. And then I get angry about that, because I'm like, yeah, you did not listen to me. Or like, don't tell me what to do, dude. Girl, whatever. And then I have days and that pass, and then I start to think differently about it again in a process, and then I'm looking back at it, and then I'm suddenly being like, I actually like this person. I know that doesn't make sense. I feel like I like this person, but not in a way that I'm like, I know you, I don't know you, but this person. No, I don't think I can say I like this person. I think I'm like, yeah, I like this. No, I straight up think like that. But I don't, when I say that, don't take that so serious. It's not like I know you. And I don't have a deep connection to you. But I just like, this person comes off as a smart fellow. And then I'm like distancing myself from it. And I don't care so much about the comment anymore. And I'm like, no, like this comment makes me happy right now. Thank you. I think I have to do a lot of videos that you understand where I come from and why I talk the way I talk. Maybe some stuff sounds hypocritical. I am hypocritical, but I'm at the same time not. Because I'm a complex human being. And human being doesn't always make sense, I think. And it's the stupidest thing to think that you can be completely be a completely logical package as a human. You can't be, but you always can figure out logical solutions to your problems. I think this is how you should go with it. You can reason your emotions with logic. Okay. I feel good talking about this. because I didn't know how to react to that comment, because I know it was doing something with me, but I didn't want it a video where I was just triggered, because I didn't want it to be mean against the person. And I was like, this person, I don't even know this person, and like, I don't want to make a whole video about this, because this person may think, oh, why is this YouTuber so triggered, and like, why is this person angry? And then I don't want to keep arguing with someone. I don't have the energy for that. But the only thing I'm gonna tell you now is that there was something in the comment where maybe this person sees it, and dude, I respect your comment, and I said to that moment, I like your comment, and I still stay with that. Even if I like something, I can get angry about it too, and I think that makes me more interesting. Even if I, love and hate are strongly connected to each other, and you can like something, but you can also have negative emotions about it. There is a lot of stuff happening with you about something, and that's usually a good thing, I think, because you're developing as a human. But this person said something down the line with, you should not like, don't insult your audience. And okay, first and foremost, I didn't insult my audience. I just said idiots who don't understand my stuff. They don't have to be my audience, but even if they would be in my audience, I would still say that. So I'm not gonna stop insulting people that are my audience. The thing is, I don't consider even people that would read my manga, but they don't understand what I express in my work. I simply don't consider them as my audience. And what I generally think, I don't know what other artists are doing, I don't care. But in my case, I choose my own audience, and I have a certain audience I want. And this is, I think, you totally can do as an artist. This is what storytellers, artists already do. You can clearly see that in Fujimoto's work, that he is an artist that doesn't give a fuck if people don't understand what he's doing. And he's clearly not telling the story to idiots. It even gives me such a feeling in his art, the way he expresses his characters, that he doesn't even takes idiots serious, So even though this person said that, and if you are living your, if this person should see, maybe this person doesn't even see the comment, but sees this video, but it's a good comment. but if you do it like this, and this is like the way it works for you, and that makes sense to you, then please do that. This just not works for me, because this person said something like, they are helpful to you. Yeah, but the audience is not your charity, and you have to understand, of course, if you want to become a big artist, you are just a big artist because you have people who read your stuff. But I don't want people reading my stuff and cheerleading to me. I want people read my stuff, not because of me, but because they like my story. And the thing is, when you like a story, you just consume it, and it just happens effortlessly. You shouldn't like read a story and be like, yeah, I mean, you can support people, that's all right. If you feel like you want to support someone, this is what readers do it. Don't worry, you can do that, but you don't have to support someone. You can just, it's already support when you are into it, and it's something that comes naturally and effortlessly, and it's not like charity. So like, I understand that people want to be helpful, and it really depends. I also agree with you on the other hand, or to this person. But in general, I would say that even if someone is helpful, I mean, if someone is helpful and I can see it's a kind human being, that I wouldn't call them an idiot, because kind people are not idiots to me automatically. I don't want to explain it right now, but this is just how it works. I think if you're kind, you're already smart enough to have a certain emotional intelligence, you know? So I don't count people who are just helpful, but there are idiots, and I don't care. I'm not gonna change my mind. And I have reason for that, and I can talk about this if I want to. I'm not gonna talk about this in every fucking video. Sorry, then I'm getting like a little bit tempered right now, but I don't want to talk about certain stuff when I just don't want to. That's just how I flow, you know? And I'm gonna say, when someone acts idiotic to them, I'm gonna call them an idiot, and I'm not gonna make myself a rule to stop saying my audience is dumb. I would not say my audience is dumb, because that would be stupid of me, because that would mean that everybody who's watching me is an idiot, and this doesn't make sense to me, because it's not like that. There are different people in the audience, and I don't know everyone. And I don't even think like that. I don't think like everybody is. But I'm gonna call out an individual who acts stupid. One person. When one person is like stupid, I'm not gonna call them out in a video, but like I'm gonna be like inside of me, maybe say like, yeah, this person is not smart. This person isn't. I'm even gonna say idiot. I don't care. And if this people might say like, oh, but if you do that, you're gonna lose your audience, and then it's your fault because you are like losing, like you are supposed, because you have to be like, this is not how you should be. This is just dumb talk to me too, because you don't have to be nice as an artist. You shouldn't be an asshole. I mean, you should be a kind person in general. It doesn't matter if you're an artist or not, but you can call out idiots. And this is what, there are writers who do that, who are really successful. They may voice themselves differently, but they say like, yeah, I don't want people who are not smart reading my stuff. And they are successful with that because they reach a certain kind of public that relates with that and agrees with that and likes them, because they say that out. And I can go farther on about this, but I'm just too exhausted doing that. And if I would give myself a random rule, like I'm not gonna tell my audience, I would suppress my own feelings and I would get depressed. And actually, I think I would do something that I'm not supposed to. And yeah, I'm just gonna be like that. I know I didn't really explain completely my thoughts. And the problem is, I want to argument better, but it's so much thoughts I have in my mind right now that I'm not gonna do that. So maybe this person is real, that maybe you take something out of it. Dude, I still liked your comment, and I still... The only thing with like, don't insult your audience is something that I will insult people. I will not get angry at people, but I will... Yeah, when someone is an idiot to me, even if it's a reader, I'm gonna say that. And I know that this is what other people do too. And it works. Successful people do that also. They're not be like, call them an idiot, but they're gonna like make it kind of clear that this person is not getting it. And that's fine, okay? I'm not someone who's like, we all have to be nice. And I have to treat my audience in a certain way because my audience is helping me. No. And yeah, when people say like, you're gonna lose your audience, then no, you don't. Because certain people strive with what I'm doing and they get that. And it's not about being nicey-dicey. It's basically not about just pretend to be nice. And one thing I want to make you clear, my audience is not a charity, you know? They support that because they like the story. And if it pisses them or they get like sad because I'm saying that and they're like, I'm not gonna support you anymore, and I'm not gonna be a reader anymore because you were not nice to me. Look what I do. I read your story. You're nothing without me. This person will leave, but there will be still enough people who will read it. You know, this is just how I know that, not from myself. I know it with artists and writers in general who write certain kind of stories, and you sometimes see, like, in interviews when artists, I don't know, I don't really have an example right now, but artists playing around with the intelligence of the viewer, and you really can feel they have a distinct idea who they want to reach. And you shouldn't be nice to your audience. There's no reason for just being nice. I'm not like that. I'm kind. Kindness is different than being nice. I'm just nice if I want to be like that, and I'm not really like that because I'm German. As a German, you are not nice to people. That's kind of weird. That's unnecessary. You know, I'm a kindness is something different. That's different, you know. Because what does that mean? That sounds a little bit like my audience does more than me. And that's not, you're the consumerist. I'm the productive person. We have to make that clear here. And someone having, I don't mean this person, dude, I don't mean you are totally fine. I mean, like, in general, when someone has the audacity, this writer was totally fine and wrote really cool comments. No, I mean, like, when someone is a reader and has the audacity to think, because of me, this author is popular. No. It's because this author is able to tell a story that makes a lot of people just invested in it naturally. And it doesn't even has anything to do with the author. And if someone believes they are the reason why this author is popular, that's ridiculous. It's because the author just knows how to entertain people. It's the author, you know? I don't want to think about this because it makes me pissed again. Thinking about that people could think like that. So, yeah. But a lot of people liked my video, a lot of people liked it, and I just want to tell this person, dude, if you should see this video, please, I'm just a human being and you're just a human being, and please understand that if you just say one phrase to someone, you will not understand the completely perspective of something. That means that I can't understand you completely and you can't understand me completely, because this person is just writing one comment and I'm just doing a video where I talk about some stuff. I could much more talk about it, but I'm not going to do that because I have other stuff to do in my life. But I'm just going to tell you, I hope you maybe grasp a little bit what I'm saying, but I don't really care if you do, to be quite honest. Live your life, whatever. I want to say thank you for this comment, and I'm really happy about this comment from the heart. Even though I said, like, I express myself in that way, I do that because I like to do it like that, and it makes me feel like myself. Just let me be. I'm not gonna change that. But I'm gonna evolve as a person in general, you know? Maybe I'm gonna express myself totally differently in a bunch of years, because I process certain stuff. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm done. I just wanted to say something out, and I feel alive, and thank you very much for watching this video. Goodbye.